The road to the top is a riddle. What will be my destiny? Money and fame are awaiting, but not enough is raining on me. Maybe I should give it all up. How much more can I take? Out here singing to the heavens. When I gonna get my break? I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. How will I get out of the jungle? Everybody wanna stop me. 10 more steps up the mountain. Now everybody's looking for me. Spend my life in the desert till something changed inside of me. Now I'm flying over oceans. Everybody looking at me. I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Full power, get louder. I'ma get strong, just watch me. Full power, get louder. I'ma get strong, just watch me. Every hour, no doubter. Gonna hear my song, just watch me. Every hour, no doubter. I can run this town. Somebody give me the key. I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. No more doubt about me. I can run this town. Don't you know I got the Get up on your feet, this is a shakedown. Order up that beat just like it's takeout. Show me you got soul inside those new shoes. And you can rock and roll with an attitude. So good, so fresh, just the way you like it. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. You're the new MC, you got the remix. Keep it on repeat, just let the beat kick. Everywhere you go, you bring the roof down. Everybody knows you got your own sound. So good, so fresh, just the way you like it. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Yeah, you like it, the way you like it. Oh, yeah, you like it, the way you like it now. Yeah, you like it, the way you like it. Oh, so good, so fresh. Get up on your feet. Show me you got soul. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Get up on your feet, this is a shakedown.
speakers calm below. I'll keep going till my speakers calm below. I'll keep going till my speakers calm below. I'll keep going till my speakers calm. I'll keep going till my speakers calm below. 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 Till my speakers calm. I'll keep going till my speakers calm below. I'll keep going till my speakers calm below. I'll keep going till my speakers calm below. I'll keep going till my speakers calm below.
Sometimes you gotta pray for a victory. Yeah, I'm overzealous when I'm thinking about the cash flow. I never had no handouts, just came natural. I've been tested so much, all these wrestlers nice. All these different situations that I've been through. I seen pain trying to creep in through the window, but now I'm sliding through the hood in a benzo. You gotta separate yourself just to elevate. I keep some drink in my cup to see through the hate. Sometimes on the road to glory, you gotta press the brakes. I got a lesson plan for all my past mistakes. I swear I'm proud of all my best and my worst days. Proud of all my feet when I touch the ground. Front of 8 at Beijing, man, they know the sound. I know I made mistakes, but my mama proud. Fans scream my lyrics out in the background. They ain't know me then, but I'm hot now. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. Life down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. I'm faced with a lot of different choices these days. Do a rock and roll, Lex account a blue face. The whole world know my name off a mixtape. I still got the same brother since 6th grade. G-Wagon, red seats, we on Biscayne. Trips to the Florida Keys, we imported these. Thanking God for the life he afforded me. All this jewelry on my body, I could like the hood. I need a brown skinned chick just like Megan Good. Holding up every promise that I ever made. Music in the background, it's a serenade. Been rapping 10 years, boy, this ain't a phase. I paid dues, paid rent, and I stayed the same. I had teardrops running down my face. I've been through a lot, I had real pain. But thank God, cause we really on the better days. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. What's a life without sacrifice? Sometimes you gotta thank God and just roll the dice. But you know,
The road to the top is a riddle. What will be my destiny? Money and fame are awaiting, but not enough is raining on me. Maybe I should give it all up. How much more can I take? I'll keep singing to the heavens. When I gonna get my break? I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. How will I get out of the jungle? Everybody wanna stop me. 10 more steps up the mountain. Now everybody's looking for me. Spend my life in the desert till something changed inside of me. Now I'm flying over oceans. Everybody's looking at me. I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Full power, get louder. I'ma get strong, just watch me. Full power, get louder. I'ma get strong, just watch me. Every hour, no doubter. When they hear my song, just watch me. Every hour, no doubter. I can run this town. Somebody give me the key. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. No more doubt about me. Oh, I can run this town. Don't you know I got the Get up on your feet, this is a shakedown. Order up that beat just like it's takeout. Show me you got soul inside those new shoes. And you can rock and roll with an attitude. So good, so fresh, just the way you like it. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. You're the new MC, you got the remix. Keep it on repeat, just let the beat kick. Everywhere you go, you bring the roof down. Everybody knows you got your own sound. So good, so fresh, just the way you like it.
ESL presents ESL Challenger League in partnership with Intel, Acer Predator, DHL, and Kaleido.
Welcome in. We are back, of course, with a little bit more of the Asian region here for Challenger League Season 50. Very much looking forward to getting into things. Consolidation final today. So it is getting pretty exciting here as that Chinggis Warriors squad waiting in the grand final to see who's going to make it here between Kaleido and FengDa. It is, of course, myself, Scrib, and Naokai for this one. How are you doing today?
Good, man. Good. I'm actually kind of looking forward to seeing what we get out of these two sides because what we've seen so far has not been great. I think it's probably the nice way of putting it. We have caught both of these sides probably looking their worst, I think, in a hot minute. So it is going to be kind of it's a question for me of like, is this like a battle of the bad, or are they actually, was it just a one-off? Like they both just got sort of overran a little bit, outclassed a little bit, especially in the case of like kind of Kaleido, for example. Chingus Warriors look so good, right? Or was it a case of actually they are both in a bad spot right now, and this could be a mixture of bad between the both of them?
It's a fair question. It is a fair question. I think will be very interesting to see how things pan out here. This, of course, is your bracket just to kind of keep up with. And, you know, as you're noting, as you're saying, Chingus Warriors, I suppose the argument we give them is that they've been looking really solid, the CT sides especially, and their individuals just trading like mental rounds yesterday. It was kind of wild. Lower bracket side of things, maybe a bit more interesting. I think we were disappointed with Change the Game, to be honest with you, against FengDa in that earlier game. Expected them to bring a bit more, and they just, they didn't really show up. So kind of a problem for that squad at the moment here in ECL, and I think we'll maybe revisit them in future. But FengDa, a little bit more legit, a little bit more able to keep it together. And in all fairness, as you probably caught there in the upper bracket, they are knocked down by the Chingus Warriors. So all the other matchups for them have been relatively smooth sailing. They're just up against that sort of clear favorite that they indeed did fall to. This is your veto here as well. Pretty standard, as is expected, between these two teams at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. This is what we've got. So, Mirage, Inferno, Ancient, it's very puggy, very kind of, I guess, standard maps in a sense. But for these two sides, we've actually kind of touched on this quite a bit when we've seen them lose, is that, I mean, basically, they both look team-wise a little worse for wear. I felt like they had, decent individuals, but for the most part, like their actual teamwork, the synergy, the cohesion, all the buzzwords you want to throw out was actually kind of a little bit poor. So maybe they're leaning into puggy maps just as a way to kind of bail themselves out from that.
Yeah, I would certainly agree. I think definitely seems to be just trying to take the fundamental Counter-Strike back to the bare bones, something that Kaleido in particular were just missing yesterday. Really messy from them. So hopefully going to be a different showing. We're straight into things though, of course. An interesting kind of pistol here is looked to be more of a contact move, get the nades out, but they have run straight into Suki. As we'll see what he's able to lay down. I'll not do him dirty from the word go. He's opened up nicely here to just hold the line on B.
Hey, it's better than his map one in the previous series.
Okay, well, you've gone straight in for the jugular.
He's got a kill. He's got more than 20 ADR. This is a good start for Suki. He's back, baby. That clip did a bit of numbers on Twitter.
Yeah.
I saw that. Poor guy, but it was one of the clips of all time.
Yeah.
It's the risk you pay when you're a pro.
Yeah, you got to keep him humble, man. You got to keep him humble. And I'm sure he's not going to forget that map anytime soon.
And I'm not either. For worse reasons, though. TGL making a move. It's Suki on the other side who hits the shot. He's had a great pistol. That is the bomb dropped as well. This one is all but done. 40 seconds for Salmon to recover. He's got absolutely no chance.
Oh, sir. Oh, a bit of a spam onto the legs. Just to insult to injury. Suki. Hello. Those are his lineups, and he will get it through the wall. Not something you see very often. 4-piece for him. So we kind of meme around, right? He did indeed have this awful moment, this awful map, but he is a player that they usually look towards on the Kaleido side, right? So I think the fact that he was missing yesterday is probably a pretty big factor as to why they go down so one-sidedly. Whether they would have won the map, won the series with him popping off is another question, but it was no real contest there was like one half where it was a bit close. Beyond that, they really did not show up yesterday. So if we can get him in the game here and performing on that individual level, I think things are going to be interesting. What is going on? Rage is still on a USP, obviously on the super saver mode at the moment. He nearly goes down. They boost him up, but he still manages to find the headshot. So some wild Asian Counter-Strike is definitely on the cards today. I think so.
I guess maybe for Rage, he's stockpiling cash for an AWP, right? It's the only thing I can think.
That's what I would think, but it's like, it's such a 2015 strat. It's so risky.
Working, though. He's got 2 kills. You know, I really can't
1
even hate.
HP. It's 1 HP. Go hide in a corner.
Yeah, just stay alive now. Jenkins dead. Easy one for Spy. Probably another momentarily, as they know where 3GL is now. No chance for this guy. Even a Constellation kill feels unlikely, but he does get it. For a jump in MP9, flies around the corner. Quick recovery there from Ruben of the M4 and the Deagle, to be fair. Silver linings. There's that AWP out for Rage. So, 2-0 start for Kaleido. This is the first true test, though. Guns coming out for FengDa. Let's see. FengDa, chance to prove themselves. Not exactly being the greatest start, but they're not had the guns to work with.
Not quite yet. So definitely curious to see if they have something planned straight out of the gate. Very wide default here. Sending a few players aggressive to see what they can get away with. An attempt from Salmon. Unfortunately, smoke gets in the way, so nothing coming for him. As I say, just looking for the one opportunity. Oh, Rage. The AWP that he saved up for so very preciously fails him there in the beginning.
Trash waiting. King fell from the spot a little earlier, but he was so low. If Rage is now tagged as well, I wonder how he wants to play this, because he's generally an AWPer that does actually like to get quite proactive, likes to kind of force his own fights in a way. 45 seconds and a very, very slow T-side round here from FengDa. Feels a little nervy in a way.
It does, in all fairness. Ruben trained in. It's more towards short that things are going to get a bit freaky here. Ruben repositions, though, and he's doing well here. XP Suzuki as well, standing strong. Ruben with a hell of a move as he just dances around that pillar for 3. Fantastic hold. Kaleido keep it rolling.
Not a lot to complain about so far for this Kaleido side, and that, in theory, is considered a bonus round. I mean, it doesn't feel like with the AWP investment, but that's because Rage went for a no-buy. But it's guns brought over from the first true investment, and most of them staying alive. Pretty good spot as a whole. So 3-0. FengDa back down to a less than adequate investment. Tech9s on Deagle. Decent amount of utils. They might try and do something a little gimmicky. They love a plant out, to be honest, but that feels unlikely. Rage, this is so risky, but I kind of like it. But there's not a lot of room to fall away here, and I think thankfully he gets out as the molly fades. Oh, Buick's been tagged.
The big man.
Nope.
Oh, that is not what
though.
I was supposed to do. Yeah, we all saw. We all saw. It does beg the question: how many failed nades are there, like, within a round? Because I feel like we do catch an awful lot, you know?
Yeah.
So what are the ones that we don't see?
We're seeing 1 out of 10 perspectives as well.
Yeah, exactly. So I reckon there's way more than people think in these kinds of games.
The pros are still human, after all. But 4-0 Kaleido. That one was always a bit of an easy one, a bit of a guarantee there. FengDa reinvesting a Galil, having to be picked up by Chen King to bolster up the util. They've really looked a little scrappy, though, so far. Their teamwork was an issue for them yesterday, but I sort of gave them the benefit of the doubt. Not yesterday, the day before, may I say. Gave them the benefit of the doubt. It was a game they really couldn't get into, but at the moment, looks exactly the same. Trash for 2, but Rage answers with one of his own, and Spine finds 2. He's bailed out by XP Suzuki in this round. Looks like it's all but fallen apart. They know where Trash is.
Yeah, real tough. Trash has given it his best go. Just no support, unfortunately. A great little move towards ramp. Yeah, they know exactly where he's at. They maybe not got the info that he's super low here, so could certainly go looking for him. Rage is going to do just that. Pushing through the smoke. He guesses the wrong way and he's back in. So, a weird move, to say the least. Trash gives his position away for sure now. Plenty of time to get after him. Rage, fully on the AWP, will take him down. So, like I say, not quite sure of how low he was, but enough solid work done. Kaleido, keep this streak happening. FengDa has yet to really give us anything.
Yeah, this is tough. And it started well. Double for Trash. We're feeling like, okay, maybe now we've got a bit of space to maneuver in towards this map, but very abruptly, that door shut back on them. Kaleido can't complain really at all. This has been, so far, pretty damn solid. And it's it's a tough watch here, to be fair. Like, just, again, a side who really aren't showing a hell of a lot. Only broken one's fourth, so it's again that Tech-9 buy that comes through. In a really awkward rinse and repeat right now. It's full buy in, failing to find anything. Tech-9's a rinse and repeat. They comes over, slightly soften up Buick, but they actually are out towards the A side.
Charging forwards, XP Sasiki inside the smoke, just going crazy. They've got some decent space to work with. 3GL goes in, he can't get out, however. Maybe create space for a bomb plant, though. And indeed, it will go down. Okay, Salmon maybe slightly gets his hands onto that AWP as well, so just keep your eyes on this. They have to be careful. He's taking chunks every fight that he takes. He can't quite stop the defuse here. Even with that Molotov, it's just not fast enough. And he will lose out the round. That's so unfortunate. I wanted to see that one develop, but it just didn't work for him. He goes down for good measure as well. So AWP recovered, but a pretty close one. Talked about FengDa not giving us very much thus far. That would be their first look in, their first close round in a while.
Yeah, much better. I think is kind of the real takeaway from that, especially considering the kind of the weapons they brought to the table. They just go for a much quicker play. They're going to try and pop in towards the fight. They're trying to step up that tempo a little bit. I wouldn't even mind a round like that on the full buys, right? Let's play with a bit of pace, play with a bit of urgency, and try and fly in towards these engagements, and then see whether you can make those sort of stick. Because at the moment they've been playing these like slow defaulty rounds, and unfortunately they've just not really been doing all too much.
Well, we shall see. This is where it gets pretty serious pretty quickly, as you come to expect from this region. We've not been here very long, and it's already 6 in a row for Kaleido. So FengDa, I think you're at this kind of turning point now. Obviously not going to be recoverable if they let another one drop, but also just the fact that the map as an entirety starts to feel less and less likely. Got so much breathing room already, and if you give... bites off more than he can chew, however, so we're back to a 4-on-4 pretty quick.
Okay. Ruben. It's a pretty risky play that he's going for. He's actually going to get a lot of information. Oh my. They can start bolstering up A a little bit now. Ruben has pushed all the way through. He's going to get Salmon. He keeps going forward. He's just going to get my timing. Nothing that Salmon can do. Down he goes. And now they know what the game plan is. They know that this has to look like an end towards A because Ruben's got all of this B presence.
Yeah, decent information. I mean, the fact of the matter is, there is a way. There is a way, and 3GL is looking at it right now. Suki in between angles, check in. Towards short once in a while, could get caught. Oh, the sacrifice to maybe allow the bomb across. So big kill there. Does make this kind of weird. 3GL late with the bomb, but he will get around. Just making sure that he doesn't get shot in the back. Where is this apartments player as well is the big question. Losing the element of time that was in their favor, I think. Just got to be very, very careful here on the CT side. XP Sasiki is incredibly low. The flank as well is going to be known about. Dealt with quickly. He was way ahead of the pack, so it's not like they can really capitalize on his flank. The double scope from 3GL leaves it all on the one bullet man. Surely not going to happen here for XP Sasiki. The 2-on-3 out of nowhere has been secured. Munisi's angle utilized perfectly. FengDa will get themselves on the board.
Yeah, finally. And actually, of all the rounds as well, that was the one that felt kind of least likely, especially with that kind of push that had come through and the decent work that Ruben had done to give them so much control. But maybe a little bit of an oversight by Kaleido. And then back in. It's a really nice shots they get here. Credit where it's due. Finally on the board. Now we need to start chaining a few together. Let's start finding a bit of consistency.
Chen King. Is this first peek here? Doesn't spot them out though. The smoke soundly getting in the way. Rage will give himself away and get spammed down as well. So big find from Chen King here. FengDa exactly what they needed in this round.
Okay. Was really quiet off the back of that. Rage dropping. The onus is on Kaleido to reclaim a bit of space in some way. Oh, hang on. Shot coming through. XP Sasiki gets deleted. And Kaleido now down to 3. In a bit of trouble here.
Yeah, just a little. Just a little. We'll see. This is another strange kind of game state to deal with. Spine's not in a bad spot. Oh, with the HE out. Maybe going to give his position away. And yeah, he does go down. There was a chance he could have got a drop. Didn't quite know where he was at. Unfortunately, he gives his position away at the worst time. So bomb plank comes in easily, and it will be the save from the rest of the squad. So FengDa, some inconsistencies to begin. But they have managed to pick themselves up. Couple in a row now, and maybe a gap close on the cards.
I guess chip away this deficit a bit. Just looking, there's still residual cash to work with, so at the very least, Kaleido can be buying back in towards the next. They're shelled up enough that this hunt shouldn't affect them. That'll be that. Up to a second now as well. Couple back-to-backers. Putting me in a little bit more of a comfortable spot. You can get anywhere in the region of like 5 rounds T-side FengDa. I think it, you know, should be pretty workable.
Yeah, I think so. They just have to keep it going, I suppose. This is sort of the big round, and maybe one of those rounds where we'd love to see a pause, right? You're still in the ascendancy on the Kaleido side, but this is where your bank is going to break if you lose. So just take a moment, just maybe talk over something a little creative. We are going to get some creativity here, though. The boost comes in. 3GL has a better spawn. He's got the team on his back as well, so they might just look for this rush in, this burst in towards B. XP Sasiki can't be too far away, right? Who boosted? Oh, the player up. Awkward jump. It's still loud enough that they've not heard him. What is going on here? So weird for him, but he will go down eventually. I think enough has been done. Spine trades back, but there's just no real room to get in here, you feel?
Yeah, I don't think so. He's just got the right idea. Hold of the AWP, but Suki just hoping one gets gifted over. He's making noise now, so will be a known quantity, and Trash will seat him off. Lovely work. Over to a third, and these are now quite confident rounds being taken by FengDa. These are good ones that they're chaining back to back. It's a real form of consistency that we were wanting at the start, and we now finally start to get a bit of a look in. This is a lot more like a side that we expect of FengDa. We've obviously made quite a deep run in this cup.
Yeah, that is very true, actually. I think, you know, they continue to look decent, and as we mentioned, it was the Warriors that knocked them down. So they'd love to get back in there in the grand final and, you know, get a bit of revenge, or at the very least bring it closer than last time. There is this sort of question at the moment, right? Chinese Counter-Strike's been moving up. We maybe had the year before, it was like Mongolian Counter-Strike. So there is this big split between the tier 2 Mongolians and the tier 2 Chinese teams. But it does feel like this year the Chinese team's starting to compete a little bit more in these types of tournaments. So a cup like this is a good way for FengDa to make themselves a bit more known on the scene.
Yeah. Low bite for Kaleido. Scouts, maybe the hope that Spine can soften them up a little bit, right? You can get a couple of body shots. It makes the pistols all the more problematic, but Suki the first to fall. Down he goes. And the issue with that fight from Suki is that there's no one even remotely close to trade. Rage is going to go for the same peak, and it might just be the exact same results. This time, misshot the Deagle, and it is the same result. Why are we playing together? One by one, they're peeking, they're obviously going to lose.
Oh, nice pick up from Buick there. Makes it look easy. Ruben going to be all that's left. I don't really know what his game plan is. They'll have that gun probably even discarded. At the very least, it'll be protected. No, it is still there, but yeah, we'll see now. If somebody decides to try and get rid of it, all the same, he's just so far away, I guess, keep the armor kind of thing. But FengDa, big gap close coming in from them. Solid stuff, you know, kind of a tilter of a round to get them there first. They won that 2 versus 3, the unlikely round. So I think Kaleido have maybe let that get to them, and we do see this from time to time in these games, in this region, just the spiral of the mental, the spiral of disaster.
Yeah.
That allows a gap to close where it really shouldn't.
Absolutely. 2 rounds the difference now. Already getting 4 rounds to the C side. That itself isn't really too bad. It's workable. It's probably the way we would put it. There will be a buy coming back in for Kaleido, but man, I just feel like this side is a few issues. We saw this happen against kind of Shinga's Warriors yesterday, and it's like one of those things where it's like I can give them the benefit of the doubt when it's the way things were yesterday because of how good the Warriors are, right? But man, this is really quite damning. It's like the lack of team play, individuals fighting on their own. Rage is so blind, but just doesn't fall away there. You can just tuck yourself into his ladder. Dude, just go. You don't need to stand tall.
Swinging in, and like this face from XP Sasiki, he knows there's an AWP. You know, he doesn't have any support. He's just taking a swing. So I think Kaleido, unfortunately, do have it within them to just tilt a bit and just lose their heads. FengDa, meanwhile, doing a very good job of keeping it together. I did mention 6-0. It's like this is kind of the key turning point. It can be a make or break within a game. Nice find from Suki. Ruben on a re-aggress as well. So there's a lot of unexpected moves here. Keeping the aggression coming, despite the fact that it's kind of a bad idea. Chen King has gone up. I was going to say he's not going to be expecting this fight. I don't think he really was, but he's just peeking all the angles, head on a swivel type thing. Suki, the only one to have found any kills for Kaleido here, trying to be the hero. Nice little flash to get him through the smoke. The double nade, however, will finish him off. Beautiful. Love to see it. And now, just within 1.
Okay. In a spot at the very least where this has been such a good recovery, and it's again continues to be quite rough to watch for Kaleido because they are offering up not loads in these rounds. It's a difficult predicament you're in though because mentally you're so checked out. I'm pretty concerned for them. Final round of the half. We've mustered together a buy for Kaleido, but double FAMAS is being brought to the table. It's not exactly getting premium weapons across the board. Trash. It would be a freebie, and here's XP Sasiki so exposed there. And that's the issue when you're playing up short, but you've got no mid presence, so they can just sneak right past you.
Rage swinging out, clean find, able to back off. So Kaleido keeping things even. A little bit of a dink there, I think, onto Trash. This feels like a good chance. Okay, thank goodness for the trade over on B there. As it felt Salmon was doing damage. He's been a nuisance over this way. We'll see, though. The mid-rounding from FengDa has been pretty good the past few rounds, so I'm curious to see what they cook up.
Because eerily quiet though as we are under that minute mark, 40 seconds. Have to work with Rage. Where are we going? And Dry as well. Given an advantage over, but Spine will find Trash as he's trying to sneak past us in his own regard. 3GL. He'll cross window only briefly. Suki doubles back, gets the kill. Buick knows where both of them are. This is the thing, Buick can actually win this round, and he will. Oh my, that is so janky. That is not a good end to the half there coming through from Kaleido. We'll see if they can recover, but it's going to have to be after the break.
Welcome back. FengDa 6 in a row after Kaleido's 6 in a row. So very streaky first half. I think there is certainly some questions to be asked of Kaleido in particular, though. Things were going very, very well for them, and they let an unlikely round, not the wildest round in the world, but it certainly felt like one they should have won, and they just didn't really recover. They didn't stem the bleeding. A timeout would have paid dividends, man. Would have gone miles for them, but there was nothing like that. So, yeah, it got very messy towards the end, particularly from them. A lot of solo swings, a lot of questionable peaks. We'll see if that benefits them into half two. XP Sasiki to open us up. A Goosh as well, another to join onto Chen King. So big damage has been done here. Looking good for the T side, you know.
Yeah, I'm not going to discount them. Yeah, I mean, it feels rare to say that, judging by what we saw. It was 6 in a row to start, and then 6 in a row on the flip side. It was a really scrappy, quite messy half of Counter-Strike, but it's more damning on Kaleido because they were 6-0 up and let it slip away without doing really a lot. They can start well here. Who knows? Chen King, gifted one. As Rage gets caught trying to jump in towards window.
Buick in a good spot here. Oh, clean headshot. Maybe one more on the cards for him as well, just to make life easier. It's unfortunate that he goes down. Chen King to join. And it's Salmon suddenly alone 1 versus 3. So there's a brief window to turn the round on its head. That window has now passed. An easy pickup for Suki in the end. We'll give Kaleido the pistol, so this makes things a bit more interesting now as they've managed to clean slate it into the second half.
Yeah, true. He's the position where we can once again start building upon things, and maybe just slightly shrug off what we saw right at that tail end. It was a pretty ugly watch, right? And I think for them, they just want to try and forget about it as quick as possible. So, pistol's good. No buy going to come through from FengDa, so it should be a comfortable kind of free one here. Yeah, the PT-50 is anything you really have to worry about. They're going to try and pounce in towards mid. It looks like, I don't mind this. You may as well do a bit of a gimmick in a situation like this.
Execute out as Kaleido are unsure what they're facing off against. XP Sasiki continues being a thorn in the side. We'll keep our eyes on him as the lurking presence. Oh, okay. Clean for the ace. Denied. Caught reloading. Unlucky. But a nice little eco round for him.
You hate to see it. Happens to the best of us. 8-6 though. And it's, again, this kind of spot where we can continue ignoring what went wrong in towards that tail end of the first half and get out the gate strong again. And that's exactly what they did, right? If they can get another pretty solid, I guess, beginning in towards this one, you put yourself in a decent spot where you can just build up at least enough of a breathing room. You're not overly concerned. First full buy going to come through, and it starts well as 3GL finds Rage. FengDa needed that.
It did indeed. Just a boost of confidence and a boost of proof that they are going to remain in this game. Kaleido, work cut out for them then. XP Sasiki continuing to be a solo missionary here as he looks to try and find a way back in. Decent control though. I'd say having the ladder room like this is pretty good this early on. Spine as well. Thorn in the side has crept up and nearly nets 2. But it gets a bit panicked. They're all just sort of contacting in right here. For a moment, I was hopeful. However, FengDa looked pretty prepared. None of them caught with nades in hand or anything of the sort. Leaving it all down to Suki.
Not really expecting too much of him in this sort of spot. Not at a 1 versus 4. Just too big of an ask, but he done a much kind of better map than, I hate to say it, in a sense of kind of what we've come to know with him a little bit. Obviously, we saw yesterday just how bad things were going.
You can't let it die, can you?
No, but, you know, it's good.
Bring it
you know, he was 0-14, now he's 14-8. This is not bad.
Yeah.
This is improvement, some would say.
He's found his mouse, you know, yesterday he was playing on the trackpad.
Yeah, it looked like it.
To be fair.
But no, I was it's like one of those things where he's actually been quite integral for this side when they've done well and been successful. He's actually been a really key part of it. And it's good to see him, just a little bit back to his best. Maybe a loose quotation marks, but as a whole, 7-8 one-run game. Decent spot at the very least where FengDa can continue putting pressure back on. You win this round, you're going to break the econ of Kaleido. You actually start taking the lead of that too.
Yeah, very true here. Early nades out. Early ring of the AWP as well. Just to let Kaleido know. Chen King. Keen bit of aggression as they crunch down middle on the CT side. A great find from Trash, meanwhile. And that might just be enough to get this round done, honestly. The mid-aggression from both sides goes really well for the CTs. Just got to be careful they've not left too many gaps, is the big thing to keep an eye on here. XP Sasiki, shadow spotted, easy as you like there for Trash. So 4-on-2 ensues here, and with a low HP Ruben, I don't think it's going to happen for Kaleido.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you probably are. A minute to work with, though, so at least a bit of time for the two of them. But it'd be egregious if FengDa let this round slip. No real right to do so, to overfight by any means. Mid control taken. Gonna start trying to scale up that way. Taking their sweet time though, as we hit the 30-second mark, they've got to make a decision about what they actually want to do. More so in terms of, do we actually want to commit to this?
Yeah, it's a fair.
This late, just save, right? And it looks like they actually are angling for that.
Yep, absolutely. Just going to be an anticlimactic finish, unfortunately. But FengDa, again, looking very, very good with the rifles. Kind of saw it yesterday. Seen it a bit into today. Is it a case of the individual play that, you know, really makes a difference? And I think the very quick fix to dealing with Kaleido on both halves thus far has just been, you know, wait for the fights to come to you.
Yeah.
Wait for those dry swings. Maybe have your guns up. So pretty solid, I think, read from FengDa in that sense to make it work. We do have a timeout coming in. So Kaleido's starting to feel that this map is slipping through their fingers.
I don't really blame them. I think for Kaleido, they just don't want to repeat the same mistakes. I think it's probably the main thing for them. Let's not fall into the same problems. But the question is, what do you actually do to change things up here? I feel like, you know, one of the things in a spot like this, I actually wouldn't mind just a little bit of a kind of a pacey round. Let's step up the pace. Let's try and make them feel a bit uncomfortable. Let's try and get up in their face and see if we can actually find gaps in the armor that way. Because at the moment, we're playing very, very slow defaults. I don't think it's causing that much of an issue.
True. It is very true. You'd hope that there'd be some kind of a switch up with the timeout. But unfortunately, not in the way that you wanted. So, I'm going to see here, there's a fair amount of utility. I guess they're looking to just take it down to a simple execute. But really a lot of questions left unanswered for Kaleido here. Fake out towards... Okay, no, it is going to be a mid-smoke. All right, interesting. I don't know. I'm not sure. It's still a fake out towards mid, though. So, yeah, this feels a bit less creative than we perhaps would have wanted. Yeah.
There we go. In towards the A site. Through a smoke of their own. But the issue is that can leave them a little vulnerable. And the first wall falls. SP Sasiki going to get caught. Chen King has the chance to get a couple here. There's one. He nearly gets a second, but he can't. Trash in for the support. There's one. But for a second, Trash. Great work from him. 2 quick kills as Spine also gets clipped as well. And a round for FengDa as they take the lead.
Yeah, this is getting problematic now, I think. Kaleido are going to need a big response into this next rifle round, but by the time it comes around, you know, you're looking down the barrel of 11 and then maybe 12 after that. So a really important rifle round to be taking in the follow-up. But it's on these lower buys, it's on these rounds that are meant to be a bit different, are meant to be sometimes harder to deal with, that they've not really found too much. We do have the fast B coming in, but it's somewhat predictable. Trash holding the line here as well. Lots of damage done by his teammate, and between them, they will hold it. It's mostly Trash, but Salmon chiming in with a lot of damage before going down helps the case.
Yeah, alleviate some of the pressure at the very least. Double digits for FengDa. On their map pick as well, which is good. But it feels like, honestly, when we look at this veto, the veto's not really the biggest deal in this. I mean, the maps are so fundamentally simple. Your Infernos, your Mirages. It's not massive differences in terms of the way they're played.
Trash. Oh, nearly. That would have been super clean. He's not able to get away with both. He's been doing an awful lot, of course, on this CT side. 3GL. Does land a bullet and another. Okay, fair enough. XP Sasiki was gifted life as the tag landed right on the corner of the wall, but he re-peaked anyway. So Kaleido, some of their issues coming into play here. King spinning round and spamming away. Oh, man. Insult to injury. King just going wild. Just holding mouse one. Hoping for the best. And the best is what he gets.
Such a weird game. And this one's kind of panning out into. But again, yeah, like you said, just gets very fortunate through that smoke. And we're back at a spot where Kaleido are pretty checked out at this point. Time is ticking left on this game. 11-8. Not a pause that gets called. But unfortunately, they can't really do anything off the back of the pause because they've just not got the finances to facilitate this. You've got a decision here. Do you force by here? Do you play for OT? I mean, neither of them are good spots, but judging by what I'm seeing, it looks like they're going for the lesser investment here and hoping they can claw it back into OT. It's a big ask.
Alrighty. Let's see. Desperation sometimes can make the best out of people. Maybe there is a way that they find a way back in. 3GL trained in for the first. Doesn't quite present, but he is ready on this orb. I'm not sure what the game plan is going to be. It's the fake out nades towards mid. They seem to be a fan of that, but game given away here. They start rolling towards A, just ultimately looking for a bomb plan, but that AWP makes itself known a couple times, in fact. He's not smoked off. Trying to just push him away so they can get the bomb down at the very least, but he will keep the kills coming. Looking crisp. Bomb has been planted away. Attempt from King. Rage tries but fails to keep the dream alive, and FengDa just haven't stopped losing for quite some time once again.
They're so good at streaking, right? I mean, that's kind of the big thing. They're so good at kind of chaining multiple rounds together and kind of just continue to put so much pressure on. Unfortunately, for Kaleido, completely checked out in this current position. And it is tough to watch. They do get a buy. That was a lesser investment. And a bomb plant will, I guess, alleviate any financial pressures, but it's not going to alleviate the pressure of where we're at. This is seriously difficult at the moment.
XP Sasiki to open us up, though, so maybe the classic hitting 12 and taking your foot off the gas. Another comes round for Kaleido. All of a sudden, we maybe start to get a bit excited about the T side for the first time in a while. They'll keep the kills coming in, and I think indeed they will extend play here, Neo, by the looks of it.
Yeah, looks like you might be right. Oh, nice shot. Trash has remained very good all the way throughout. He's looked very sharp. Flash over. Don't really know what they can do, but they may as well continue to try and make it expensive. They've got cash to work with. I just don't think you want to drop the AWP over more than anything, but keep Trash around. Why not? Even just the one kill could go a decent way. Salmon. Smart decision just to not even stick around. There's no point. Keep that AWP in play. If Trash's AK falls, it's not the most damning thing in the world. And they are still making it a little bit expensive, which is somewhat silver lining. Suki sticks around. It's good due diligence just to make sure. That'll be that. Oh, kept in play. Oh, maybe I speak too soon. He is actually caught in two minds. Oh, that's so unfortunate.
Strange way for it to close, but still in here. I think it's going to be tough, right? There should be perhaps one save needed, but it should be just about enough money to keep buys coming, to keep the contest coming. So it's not like Kaleido are going to have that breathing room moment. They're right back to the same sort of thing here. Neo faking out mid. Trying to bait some presence in at middle. Big find from Spine. Hears and now spots the second player as well. Chenking left pretty low. Nade not really going to help him too much, but he does get the kill. Really important that he does. Meanwhile, the burst out A has begun, and it is effective. Ruben's two-piece gets that bomb down. Now, what is the answer from the CT side? I mean, do they really want to give this a look in? I suppose the answer is yes. Salmon feels he's in a good spot. Flash is dodged, but it doesn't make a difference. Chenking to save.
Nothing really can do. Far low he is. I don't even think he might save. He's going to get out. He just gets around the corner, actually. There was a moment that the window player could have caught him. Kaleido, 2-round game. I'm not going to completely count them out just yet. There might be life left in them just yet. I'm not going to completely give them the benefit of the doubt because Kaleido have had some really rough rounds to watch, but as a whole, these last two look a little better. They're just playing with a bit more tempo. I said this earlier on. I wanted to see a much faster paced style of play to put pressure on FengDa, and they've gone about it, and it's looking okay.
Yep, not looking bad at all. I think they can be pretty happy in isolation, but there's still conversations in our head, honestly, about, like, could they have taken this map the way that things kicked off? And we'll see. I suppose they're keeping that conversation alive at the end of the day. Molotov pushes Spine out awkwardly. Not really there to capitalize. So a change up from FengDa would be less mid presence, instead opting to get control of a different area of the map in the form of ramp. If you look at your mini map, it's Buick that's over there. So we'll see here. A lot of presence at B for the T side, though. This could be interesting.
Yeah. Bot Flash going to come over in a second. Good timing on the molly. It ticks as well. Oh, that's going to completely crumble everything. Surely they drag over rotations now. The tick means somebody's up close. Good timing on that peak. Buick will open things up. Salmon knows what's coming as well. Flashes round. There's a double stack short. It's normally a bit of an awkward place to play. Trash quick on the trade, looking for a second. Can't quite get it. That's the bomb that swings and finds him. But they're out on towards the side, and Chenking trying to deny them even getting towards the position of a plant. A swing leaves it all on the shoulders of Buick. 1 versus 2. Oh my god, he's not being able to punish Rage. He's got out, but he should fall to the orb. He doesn't. Orb's got to hit that every day of the week. Ruben's so low. Buick's full HP, and he's got a kit. He's got an aid to work with too as he plays around the site. It's all about who spots who first, and they're doubting each other. Right at the wire, he picks up a gun, so he's given away the ruse of where he is. Why? The M4 would have been fine. And Buick's starting to panic. He's getting flustered as Ruben plays time. A tap on towards the bomb. Oh, and he's going to fall. It's so badly played by Buick. So badly played. Why has he picked up a gun? Why has he let him know where he is?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure, to be honest. I think there's a little bit in there that just doesn't quite make sense to me. But the panic, perhaps, of closing things out gets in the way. Certainly gets into your head. And I think he just had a few too many decisions running through his head. In all honesty, just not really trusting any of them. You know, if he went one way, right, let's take this peak. He's maybe at the very least going to get the kill or going to gather info that's like, he's not here, so he must be here. But yeah, just second guessing himself an awful lot. Really very problematic. And we might just have allowed things to stretch over to overtime. There will be some guns, but it's not a good enough buy to really give us hope here. That was their one chance. The missed AWP shot to make all the difference. But unfortunately not capitalized upon. So for me, overtime is happening.
I'm with you, man. I feel like OT should be a guarantee now. FengDa super checked out, if I'm being completely honest. They're really quite non-existent in these last few. Let's see. Ruben. Oh, bit of a peek there. Ruben was holding, but a little standoffish, which I think is probably the right way to go about it.
Oh, again, same sort of deal in Palace. So just making themselves known. There's a lot of tension in this round. Pretty well-timed smoke, you know. It's not going to be super squeaky, but quite close for Kaleido here. Buick on the edge. I want to say the flash is nearby. They could time it quite nicely with the smoke going down, bang a flash in there, but seems like the AWP is preoccupied. Oh, there is the flash. It's too late, guys. It's too late. I see what you're trying to do, but it's too late. Oh, man. The theory, perfect. The execution, not so much, and they are just getting rolled here in what will be our final round of regulation, but going to need a little more. By all accounts, flawless, in fact, to get us to the overtime here, Neo. I mean, a wild game, to say the least. FengDa, foot off the gas at the worst possible time, and we do indeed need an extension of play. Yeah, they just choke up. Unfortunately, when it matters most, these guys have played quite a few times, and FengDa have the ever so slight edge in terms of maps won in their favor, but it's not looking good. I mean, especially if Kaleido are able to recover and then take this map away, opens the series quite nicely for them. Of course, Inferno is their map pick coming up next. Oh. Man alive. FengDa, how have we let this one slip? In towards mid. Only presence being taken in. They're going to bang round towards that shot, but it doesn't go deep enough. How does Ruben, Suki, Spine all taking early damage? Molly comes out at a good time, but they're moving in towards window, and there's a double stack here, and Trash gets the first. Decent. Certainly decent. We'll see if they can do something off the back of it, and sometimes it is a slight release of the pressure valve. Is all the team that was sort of in the lead that let it slip to overtime. Sometimes it is all they need. We've seen it many, many times. So Kaleido now, the onus on them to try and find a way back into proceedings. Trash gave it a little look, but not fully committing. While the B side itself, kind of weaker defended, in all honesty. So there's certainly a chance over here if they can eliminate Salmon quickly, easily, and not losing any players on the way in. 35 seconds. It seems like it will be a B finish. They're just trying to see if there's any funky business going on. Got this lurker as well, who will go down, but he distracts. He buys some information. Salmon just ultimately has to stay alive. The AWP comes in to support for 2, yeah, and they tunnel in on him. That is exactly what the doctor ordered. Very well played from Salmon to not lose his life. Yeah, good work. I think it's just for him, he does have to stand tall and buy a bit of time there. And she does. It's the round that, the age-old classic as well, right? You're looking for that round, that elusive number 13. You get it first round of OT when it matters the least. A classic case, but they not get it nonetheless, and that's all that matters. A response, we're looking once again towards Kaleido. To get towards OT and then fall flat would be kind of hilariously damning in a weird way. You've done so well to get to that point and then you fall flat. Yeah. And it would just kind of sum this game up, wouldn't it? The craziness of it, the back and forth, the make it make sense. But we shall see. Quite a start into this one. Going to be a burst forwards into the connector. And Trash, unfortunately, able to find that frag. So Kaleido not looking too good. FengDa have maybe found themselves here into OT. Small peaks across the board going well for the CT side. Trash begging for a bit more. Got to be careful though. He's losing support on this A-bomb site, and they will all fall in an instant. Wow, 4v3 goes to 3-on-1 before you can blink.
Man, okay. Just a little bit too easy there. I think they overfight ever so slightly. And it puts us in a spot where Kaleido are given a chance to recover a little bit. And even now, we're talking about where for Kaleido, you get a 14th in this first half of OT. Decent little position overall. Still, that serious pressure is on FengDa. Final round of this half. And if Kaleido can make it a winning one on the T side, it goes such a long way in Mirage. A map that is quite heavily lent towards the CT, generally speaking. But Buick's here, and he gets 2 before he falls. Not a bad effort as he needs to buy time for this rotation, which is coming over now.
Yeah, big moment here, it feels like. Just to get that lead rolling. FengDa starting off well again. Trading numbers, keeping things interesting. Molotov forces out into the open, and Trash will find it. Seen on the minimap for sure as that smoke started dissipating. So it's all going to be on Suki here to try and clutch up in what could be a game-winning round if pulled off. They know about him for sure. They know that he's over in this direction. Tap on the bomb. Swings out and finds the first. It is a hold, unfortunately. He loses his head for good measure. But there was nothing he was going to be able to do about that. 14-13 at the turn of this half.
Yeah, I mean, for Buick, starts well. I do like, though, as a whole for this Kaleido side, despite that round not going well, it does feel a lot better where we're seeing... It just feels like a lot of these T-side rounds are actually going in with a bit of an idea. You know, when we saw things looking really rough at the start of their T-side for Kaleido, it was because they were playing super slow and trying to react to everything, and it felt like there wasn't really that committal play out of spawn. And sure, mid-rounding is the meta at the moment, but a lot of their best work was done when they were calling quick and just going for a kind of a committed play, and that's kind of what we saw there. Tag on towards Rage, lucky to still be alive.
3GL on a contact, will go down in the side. Oh man, and the crunch is good here from Kaleido. Trying to recover things back. Buick going to take loads of damage. Just not really happening for FengDa, who pick up the pace and hope for the best. Just a spray and pray type round. Salmon's gained control at Con. Will this do anything for them? Buick caught. The spine creeps in, so I think as it, you know, starts to look a little better, it falls back in favor of the CT side, and just down to Trash.
Not expecting loads from him, but he's had a fantastic map, Trash. He's looked so good. 91 kills to his name, but this is too big of a... Oh, Scanny will go down in the end. So focused on Connector. Next piece of Siki will tie the game up. 14 apiece. I don't know, Scriv. I feel like there might actually be another overtime required here. They're pretty back and forth. Neither side are doing a good job at taking, you know, legitimate control of this right now. Momentum has just been swinging all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, definitely feels like a game that is sort of deserving of another overtime, but, or at the very least, like creating space for it. I don't know about deserve is maybe the wrong word to use, just because it's been a little messy for the past kind of 10 rounds or so. I think it's safe to say.
Yeah.
We're all here watching the bare knuckle brawl, but certainly feels like it's headed that way.
Yeah, calling is a loose term for how these rounds are going about.
Yeah.
It's very vibes Counter-Strike, it honestly feels at the moment. I think Vibes Counts, like, you'd say generally benefits the T side, but I don't know. It's been a lot of isolated, kind of quite scrappy fights. Either way, creep under a minute. Bomb picked up as it heads back towards B.
Just quietened way down here. I mean, considering there's only 40 seconds left. This one was a little bit of a classic, though, in regulation. Fake out mid and try and pull the wall over your opponent's eyes. And they're pretty used to it by now. They're very prepared. Kaleido looking strong. Buick has made it down, I think, a bit unexpectedly. Yeah, and he does manage to find pretty big kill, splitting the difference here. Getting a bit weird, but Ruben keeps his head on straight. It's once again going to be trash in the clutch situation. Certainly capable. Not going to happen here. It does beg a bit of a question for me. You know, this guy who's playing so very effectively, they've just got him like hard lurking.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure how impactful he's been on this T side.
Feels like, yeah, you want to get him actually a little bit more in the action.
Yeah, just a bit more
active. Playing him. Yeah. It feels like, you know, yeah, I think you're right. Kind of the way they're utilizing him at the moment, it actually is sort of maybe slightly underwhelming to kind of the way you actually want to be getting him into kind of the fray. I feel like you should use current form, right? You want to try and get him as proactive as possible because he's doing quite well and the opportunity is there. Map point though, Kaleido. How they even recovered? The back and forth of momentum in this map has been so wild to see, but they are one away now from taking their opponent's map pick. Let's see, flash over. FengDa looking towards A. Bomb is in that direction, but over on the B site as well. First to fall is Trash. That is the big name player gone. They're still moving their way forward in towards the A site. Salmon. Einstein, he's got an idea. He knows there's a second lurking around, or at least he assumes. But as they go in towards the A side, they slow it down very quickly. They don't actually have a lot of util to work with here. Molly jungle, couple of flashes as well. Suki, keep eyes trained on the site here. It's worrying me that he's double checking towards Colin. He's going to get caught. Oh my god, how is he not punished? How has he stayed alive? How has he got a kill, in fact? 3GL will trade. 45 seconds. XP Sasiki spam down as well, and it looks like more's going to be required here unless Rage can pull off a 1 versus 3, turn 1 versus 1, turn around. No, he falls flat at the last. They were so concerned about Connector.
Yeah,
I don't know if somebody combed that. It must have been because everybody checked it, and there was not a single player there. So there's definitely a miscom of where they're so concerned about Connector, but it's cost them, and we go to OT again.
Yeah, it is a difficult prediction for sure, a wild prediction for sure, but unfortunately, like you say, some comms must have come in. There's like a spam as well through ticket booth. Like there's a load of moments there that feel really unlikely, really lucky, you might say. But luck is sometimes what is required here as we take it over to some more Counter-Strike. 3GL quite quick enough. Vengeance for FengDa. Chen King opens up. Salmon going to fall pretty quickly though, so we'll see if there's any opportunity for this T side with a semblance of mid control.
Very aggressive move. If he's one and done, I beg the question of actually, is it worth it? But he gets one, gets an AK, and a smoke down. And, okay, there we go. This is way worth it then. If it goes one and done there and they trade him out, it actually gives them the scope to kind of run in towards that B side because it's left quite barren. But the fact that he gets one and there's nobody close to trade, that's huge.
Suki on the edge here. Could be huge. Traded instantly, but Chen King was very low, right? So it's like, what can he really do from there? I think a key kill found that AWP may have been a chance back into the round for FengDa. Buick got a charge in, 30 seconds, 35 seconds left on the clock. Not really an awful lot that he can really do. And they know about him now, so surely going to go down here. Spray down is a little awkward. Just playing with their food a little. I think they'll get him eventually. There he goes. So Kaleido, first one to hit 16.
Kaleido as well. In a classic case, the same way FengDa had. You're looking for that round to close out the map, you can't get it, but you go in towards the next round of OT, and you do. FengDa did the same thing from regulation into OT, and that's what Kaleido do here into the second. It will be FengDa using their timeout now. And again, I guess at this point, what do you even discuss, really? Like, we've already sort of figured out that the calling is incredibly loose to the fact of it potentially just being even completely kind of vibes-based. Who's getting kills where? Can we utilize that? Etc., etc. But I can't really think what they would have figured out. These setups are really, really loose on the CT side. Both sides have been like that. They're actually quite fluid in how they're trying to play around each other. So yeah, I wonder what they even discuss in this. Or maybe they just want to take a little bit of a breather.
Spine clean here with the entries. Kaleido, okay, seem to have refound themselves. Big round in the previous. And here they take the opportunity, they take the chance to move forwards and get aggressive. Clean stuff. Failed window smoke there. A little whoopsie. That kind of gives away the fact that both these players are hanging around mid. Just got to be careful, though. Big fine from Trash to maybe reopen the door to 8.
XP to C, keep waiting for that smoke to fade. Oh, and they will get benefited for his patience. Down goes Trash as well. That's the round off. It's a 2-round buffer now on the CT side for Kaleido. Not a bad spot. Once again, starting to slowly but surely pull further and further away. This is exactly what we want to be seeing from this sort of position too. Build up as much of a kind of buffer zone before heading in towards that T side. If they go 3 for 3, I think FengDa are in serious trouble.
Yeah, I would be in agreement. A really big change up from what we've seen, you know, in recent memory. It's been a bit more back and forth since those final 6 or 7 rounds of regulation, you might even say.
How many?
Oh no. Oh no.
How many?
No.
Come again?
No. I can't believe it. I can't believe I've set him off.
It is kind of perked up for that one.
That's pretty funny. It's on the way out, though, I think. It is on the way out, that meme, so...
I was in there too early.
You were, honestly, you were. Like, not gonna lie to you guys, it's not even, you know, like, exaggerating. I think, when we were in Austin in, like, June?
Yeah.
So, you know, I thought it was just, like, a bit of an esoteric, like, you and your kind of friend group that you had there had that meme. But then, maybe it started with you guys, who knows? And then it's grown from there, you know.
What can I say? Trendsetters, as they call us.
The brain rot trendsetters, man.
Yeah, it's not actually a nice moniker to have.
Yeah, it could be better. Could have a better trend to be setting.
Well, Sam's moving his way towards B. He doesn't have the bomb following him, but it's a 2-2 split is what they're going for. I don't love this because this is just too easy to dissect. FengDa. Game plans are really kind of out the window here. Ruben, I like the reposition back into a spot where he just was. He tucks himself in the smoke. Look at the time as well. 10 seconds. His bomb's going to get down. Ruben trying to be a nuisance, and he is with the support of Spine. 18-5. 3 for 3, and surely Kaleido can't let this slip now.
Well, so you would say. So you would say, but...
Some rough moments, though.
Yes. Yes, you can never make a solid prediction in this game. it made sense for maybe the first 10 rounds, and then since then it has just been pure carnage, a lot of question marks, crazy moments, to say the least. We're going to find out whether Kaleido can close things. Do they have anything interesting for us? Probably not. But in the same vein, just going straight into the wide default would be really nice with 3 to the good, plenty of cash to maybe just pummel a bomb site and see if you can get away with that.
Smoke's over. Ruben setting all the utils, a lamp flash there for him to throw as well. He's actually going for the deep flash rather than the lamp one. Should catch the GL, yeah, it will. Only briefly, but they're peppering them over, and Chenking doubles back to catch Rage, who snuck in towards window. Spine, one in the zone. Responds. They got a trade, they do. The trade's effective. Actually got room to work with towards A now.
XP Sasiki, like his position here. Oh, really big find. Opportunity to get another as well, and he will get the catch. That surely has to be the final dying embers of this. Ruben will take the last kill, and Kaleido in a long, long map, certainly one of the longest maps that we've had while we've been covering this cup, will take it over the line. Double overtime required, but it is Kaleido to take it, and after all that hard work in the first half and into the second, FengDa, unfortunately, it will slip through, and it's a map steal from Kaleido as well. So their Inferno coming up next bodes very, very well. They will have a downtrodden FengDa to deal with.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just from both sides, I think that's a map to forget. I think it's probably the main way of putting it. There was some really kind of ugly, quite scrappy Counter-Strike at times, and it was seriously quite tough to watch. But in the end, credit where it's due, taking the map, that's kind of the main thing for Kaleido. And I guess now the hope is that they can come into their own pick just a little bit more solid, a little bit more consistent. I will have to see, but for the most part, I think that's a map to forget for everybody. It was very scrappy. It was very tough at times where decision-making was really, really quite poor. In the end, though, we move forward, map under their belt as well, and a chance, of course, for a 2-0 here in this series. And this is to move forward to face off against Jingus Warriors in the finals. And, you know, for Kaleido, they love that revenge.
Yes, I think so. I think they will be looking very, very solidly to get there. We've seen the up and down of this team. You know, you catch the scoreline there, 12-8, backs up against the wall. And I did say a bit of desperation can change a team for sure. And seemed like that was the case. So, yeah, very, very difficult one to follow. But it's Kaleido that come out in all that chaos. And I think now we're going to be very curious to see if FengDa can keep it together into map number 2. But a well-needed break for everyone involved on the way here. Make sure you stick around. We'll see you for Inferno.
It starts with a dream, with a team you barely know, in an amateur official that feels like the grand final, where practice becomes progress, and every loss feels like a lesson. When will your journey begin?
The road to the top is a riddle. What will be my destiny? Money and fame are awaiting, but not enough is raining on me. Maybe I should give it all up. How much more can I take? Out here singing to the heavens. When I gonna get my break? I can run this town. Oh. I could run this town. Oh, I could run this town.
feet, this is a shakedown. Order up that beat just like it's takeout. Show me you got soul inside those new shoes, and you can rock and roll with an attitude. So good, so fresh, just the way you like it. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. You're the new MC, you got the remix. Keep it on repeat, just let the beat kick. Everywhere you go, you bring the roof down. Everybody knows you got your own sound. So good, so fresh, just the way you like it. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Yeah, you like it, the way you like it. Oh, yeah, you like it, the way you like it now. Yeah, you like it, the way you like it. Oh, so good, so fresh. Get up on your feet. Show me you got soul. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Just the way you like it. The way you like it. So good, so fresh. Get up on your feet, this is a shakedown.
Welcome back in. Map number 1 was a little funky, a little weird. Nothing really lined up in the way we kind of expect with Counter-Strike at the moment. We went towards OOT and it was, in the end, Kaleido ended up coming out on top, taking FengDa's map pick, and now they've got their choice of Inferno up next. So if all things track as they're meant to, that 2-0 is looming. FengDa need a much better and much more consistent performance here.
Yes. 100%. There is this thought in the back of my mind that Kaleido yesterday looked pretty awful on this map, so maybe the silver lining that I would give 3GL opens up well on the Julies. Looking for a bit more, gonna get it, so there it is. The Julies, you see why they're so popular. They are very clean from time to time. The bomb itself is actually making its way towards the B-bomb side, somewhat of a blind side here. And all of a sudden, it's man advantage Kaleido.
Oh, Glock is struggling, so that man advantage is added to it. Kaleido. Rage or close. It's 3 kills to his name as well. It's actually a really, really nice round, all things considered. And one of those where, unfortunately for FengDa, it's the worst possible way to kind of come into a round like this, where it's like, right, we need to get a quick start in towards this game, in towards this map. We need to kind of put pressure on towards their map pick sort of immediately. And instead, we've been sort of decimated, been pulled apart. It's not a good look for our CT side.
Yes. Very, very true. I think immediately you're going to have a few worries for the FengDa squad. Not the nicest way to close out Mirage, not the nicest way to open here. So it's stacking, it's compounding. We have had a dropout, of course. So technical timeout here. Hopefully won't be too long. We've done pretty well, considering we've been on 3 games over the past 2 days, you know? We've done pretty well with the techs. Now that I've said that, of course.
Yeah. All the way
it's
to
over.
sit into existence, yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome, ladies and gents, to the 40-minute tech pause. But no, hopefully not. Yeah, it is one of those situations as well where it does kind of shut down a little bit of this momentum that felt like it was maybe building a little bit, just because, you know, you get out of the way with a good pistol round off the back of a good ending to the map as well. You're hoping that you can really kind of build upon it in a sense. I mean, there shouldn't really be a buy here. You're looking at FengDa, they just don't have really the cash to work with properly. And I think force buying here it feels nonsensical. It really gives an opportunity, unfortunately, for Kaleido to run away with things in a way. We'll see. Just waiting on one. Hopefully soonish. Who knows? Buick. Drive by back in the server, my friend.
Cameraman giving us some combos to look at.
I do actually wonder. I've not actually checked, obviously, since the whole market change and stuff, how big of a difference like knives have got. Obviously, I'm assuming they've all come down considerably, but
yeah, I think knives for sure. I think gloves.
Let me actually just look. Like, I'm gonna set like knife, and I'm gonna put it to like, just looking at the market. I'm gonna do like 120 quid or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing is, like, as far as I'm aware, there was obviously like a crash. Then there was a bit of a bounce back after the week-long trade ban, you know, opened up on everyone buying stuff. And I think it's bounced back like a little bit. It's just kind of like the value has shifted, right? Like reds are worth more than they were. Knives are worth a bit less. Which I think is kind of fair in reality, because it's like, you know, if you're 16, you're just getting into CS, or maybe even younger, you really enjoy CS. It's like the odds of you like being able to just afford a knife is kind of crazy.
Yeah, you can get a knife like 40 quid now. That's pretty good.
Yeah, so there you go.
And then I say see gloves. I'm just going to cheapest first. I'm assuming gloves is the same sort of trajectory where they came quite down. I mean, there's some ugly...
Yeah, there's less
gloves
cases,
like
right?
35 quid.
Wow, okay. Damn.
Yeah, that is really cheap. I mean, they are disgusting. It's the Hydra, like,
Yeah, of
raptors.
course.
They're pretty ugly.
Of course. But it's something.
Gloves.
You know, for Christmas, all I want for Christmas is some gloves. I'm sure it's a bit easier for the bank of mum and dad to sort you out now, you know?
Yeah, precisely.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I am a bit worried about, like, the more expensive skins getting even more expensive. I just think we're getting the same people, like, hoarding all of the good gloves. We're back into the action, though. Enough skins talk. We're here for the esports side of the game, of course. Easy stuff for Kaleido. Up through Banana. Do have to be a bit careful, though. There's some more resistance, maybe a bit more than they were expecting. Still checking the site, though. Really solid discipline from the Kaleido boys to not just go charging in and get that bomb down.
Rage pushes through, finds 3GL. And if it wasn't confirmed, it is now. In a spot where, for Buick, what do you really do? I actually wouldn't even mind him sticking around a little bit, but he's also got full armor, so the debate is actually, do I just keep hold of the full armor and just buy in towards the next?
Yeah, I'd kind of be in agreement, I think. So, a slow finish, but, I mean, Kaleido going through the motions here. Feels like we've been here a little longer than we actually have, of course. Just as you would expect. Should be a third in for them as well. And again, I think for FengDa, just a lot of mental pressure on this team to start delivering quickly, to prove to themselves that they can. Not their pick. And, of course, a tough series thus far. So, yeah, really going to be a difficult kind of run here if they can't get that first rifle.
Yeah, it's not convincing the spot that we're in right now. 2 will turn 3 pretty easily. This next gun round for FengDa is so important towards the next round. You lose that, you're already under so much pressure where Kaleido can be sitting at like a 5-0 start.
Money to be made for these MAC-10s leading the charge. Stacked over towards A, so yeah, there really is an opportunity to make a good amount of cash. They can guess correctly. XP Sasuke is waiting patiently for his flash, and it delivers. That's the MAC-10 paid for, and there's still a chance to find a few more if he plays his cards right. It will be a move towards B, though. And of course, there's nobody home here.
Okay. Spine. And he's going to clear out the close angles, but yeah, like you said, they're going to realize soon no one's home. Gamble stack towards the A site. Doesn't end up panning out. The bomb's the last to make it towards this one, and it will be a 3-0 start. So, already looking pretty good for Kaleido. They won that rematch against Shingus Warriors. Actually, there's money to be made here, potentially for XP Sasuke. Can't really take too much damage as any issue, though. He actually might just be dead to rights here, unfortunately. No! I'll say that. Suki's actually bailed him out with that nade.
Suki's looking for all the kills. Flying in on the run boost. What is going on? No kills going the way of FengDa, though. Pretty good sign, right? Kaleido boosting the economy pretty solidly in these past few rounds. Those SMG kills going to be worth their weight in gold. So, yeah, as I've said, loads and loads of work here for FengDa going to be required.
This gun round, like we said, so important. It's not make or break, but it is way too early to be saying that. But it is in a spot where you don't get this round and you're under so much initial pressure. Molly down on force 3GL away. Oh, shot there as well. He's under pressure, but oh, it's gone well. Trash from a double Buick on his own as he spammed through the smoke. He might get a second, but he's dropped down. But a quicker round here by Kaleido has been punished.
Yeah, that is true. I suppose they have all these positives going for them. Maybe a good time to test the water. However, the water boiling hot when you're going in for a quick one like that. So, yeah, it will give FengDa a gift. As I say, plenty of cash available for Kaleido to answer back. Are we going to see something similar to that? We're going to see them go back to what's been working, which is, you know, slightly more patient rounds. Probably the latter. But all the same, FengDa competing, and it's not going to be another streaky episode here now.
Yeah. This has been the story of Mirage, and with Inferno being so akin in terms of the way it's played. Doesn't surprise me too much. So much damage dealt. Rage gets the first, but Salmon lines up too. And Spine takes a little bit more damage to that nade. He's going to play out the rest of this round. Add our man disadvantage too, very low.
Yeah, I'm not looking too good here. They might be able to find something over on B. Spine's going to have to defy the odds, which he does. Oh, man, what a shot. What a shot. They don't have a smoke for the cross. But look at this. I mean, FengDa have not bitten at all, right? One player, keen shot. They were really hoping with all that utility that came over on A. They were still making the move on A, but not the case. Oh, man. 3-on-3. A lot of time going to be bought for Kaleido, but still not out of the woods just yet.
Suki. This first fight's so important. He might get him on timing. Oh, it's a little late bird. The awful trade, but they're just not going to give this a go. It is purely for exits. Question is whether the exit, neither side of the exit is actually safe. Trash can make a late peek around that corner and still make it expensive. Money's not a problem, but there's going to be a fight here. You could get a couple. There's one. He turns around. Yeah, Trash gets both. Honestly, not bad. In terms of the hunt at the very least, that's a silver lining you can take away. But for the most part, it doesn't matter. It's another round for Kaleido, and that's all they care about. Making sure that there just is no form or consistency built up for this FengDa side.
We'll see. Still an opportunity. I think we've got a bit more competition in these rounds than we've seen so far in the series that was pretty streaky for a good 75% of Mirage. Salmon boosted up here. Not going to be expected at all. So more kills going their way. And the AWP chimes in again. Don't know what the hell's going on over there towards A. He was down middle and then in apps, it looks like. So 3GL just getting in the mixer. King activates, leaves it all down to Ruben. Nothing much that you're really hoping from him, so not quite sure what is going on. We have, you know, a really well thought out, smart kind of round from Kaleido. And then we've had a couple just send it rounds that are not working at all.
Yeah. This is kind of the thing. We saw it happen a few times, I think, on the flip side, where send it rounds for FengDa were actually quite good, but their slow, more methodical takes were quite scrappy. They were getting isolated quite well. It's flipped here, where it's like for Kaleido, I actually want them to kind of piece the puzzle together a little bit, slow it down, play a little bit more with that kind of less aggression, just to try and force fights from FengDa, or force swings in a way, I guess. At the moment, they're trying to just barrel in towards sites, and it's not working out. And of course, here's the effect, right? You know, it's going to lead to a no-buy here, which means that FengDa should be finding a third really quite easily.
Yeah, you would expect as much. We'll see if Kaleido have got anything in the back pocket for rounds like this. It's the one thing in this series, or at least Mirage, the force buys, the low buys, you know, just really didn't do anything.
Yeah.
To be honest. Usually we expect this region to be a bit more messy in those types of rounds, but it's not been the case today. So certainly curious to see if things change on Inferno here. They are going balls to the wall on this one. It's the Glock to find the kill, in fact. Oh, no, and Trash with a bit of a dodgy spray down. He's bailed out initially, able to reset his crosshair, but runs out of ammo. And they have overwhelmed the A bomb site. So, as if by magic, just as I was talking about how ineffective these kinds of rounds have been, suddenly we've got one that looks winnable.
King scaling his way forward as well. Just that AWP in play for Rage. How big of a difference is he going to make? He's got all of one control. Oh, he doesn't hit the shot. He takes damage as well. Uh-oh. Ruben actually has to bail them out here. Rage in their own quantity, and he's low, and he gets swung upon. That's a really good retake in the end. Just going to find the bomb, but they've got the kit for it too. They can recover that AWP out towards long. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I think you've got to play time there, unfortunately, for that kind of Kaleido side, but they're wanting to take the fights to guarantee the numbers advantage, and it doesn't work out.
Indeed. That is rough, to say the least, but again, more competition here, some closer rounds, a little bit more to get excited about. We'll see if that continues. FengDa streaking. Maybe they are about to shut down that kind of theory and keep the streak coming here. Only time will tell. Quick down middle. Not wasting any time getting back into the action, of course. There's some opportunities. I mean, Trash is in such a good spot, but I don't even know that he's necessarily needed. He will absolutely secure the round, but the rest of his teammates also getting involved. So there's only one left. It's only Suki left. He takes a moment, takes a breath, and everyone's dead.
Unfortunately, not much else that can be done here. Down he goes. All four to the hands of Buick. This game tied up, and FengDa doing a bit of style as well. Only the one casualty. Interesting spot where we're at. Because, again, we're giving opportunities for this FengDa side to recover and to streak, which kind of worries me a lot.
Oh. Okay. Shut down. Maybe a chance once again. On the lower by. Oh, recovered. Oh, Rage. Just a few too many moving parts there to get the AWP out, find that kill. Maybe the sting taken out of the tail. He, on 1 HP, Buick manages to stand strong and doesn't even go down. You can't be serious. 4K for him. 3 of them on 1 HP, I'm pretty sure. That's wild.
Nice opening shot at the very least, right? Just good for, I guess, the personal highlight reel, but we weren't expecting lows there. Oh, unfortunately, a tech pause. But either way, lead taken by FengDa. They can guarantee that heading in towards the next half as well. That goes a hell of a long way. But a break in momentum too with the tech pause.
Oh,
disco.
Disco. All right. welcome to the Inferno disco. Not quite sure what happened there. That's a cool effect. Maybe in an extended tech, we might need to get that out. But this one was pretty quick. So straight back in. FengDa in the lead here. Looking good. As they will attempt to hold things together and retain that lead. Kaleido, of course, looking to recover things back. Money's been away from them for a short while. Maybe an opportunity with a slowdown in play, some time to just gather their thoughts. There is a chance. Rage is far too quick with it. 3GL maybe caught looking, at the minimap or something, as he certainly slow to react there, I think it's safe to say. Especially for this level of the game. Chen King gets himself a flash out. Looking good. Finds 2 on the wide swings. Into the 3 versus 3, but the B-bomb site compromised.
Ruben. She's get that bomb down as well. It's Rage from Nubox, which is the real difference maker here. Just his presence alone makes it so difficult to get in towards his side. Beauty trying to get for a bit of a hopeful spam. I don't know. I don't think you can actually give this a go now. We're getting to the point where they've got one person with a belt of Utah. It's actually being split across now, Salmon and Trash. But time's ticking, guys. We got to go. They have no idea about what this post-spawn setup's looking like. And it is of the essence. In they come. Molly towards Nubox, but Raid's already moved away from this. They line up, but it's an easy play for them at the post-spawn. They just don't give themselves enough time there. That FengDa side, so nice work from Kaleido, and actually they survive as well. The bomb doesn't go off. But yeah, just don't give themselves enough time in that retake. They're going in with like 10 seconds to go.
Yeah, certainly strange, and then kind of begs the question as to why not just commit to the save, you know? In all honesty, but either way, we'll see if they can regain their lead. It is once again a very close kind of game here. 3GL boosted up, finds the first. A lot of damage done with the nades as well, Neo, so a really solid advantage for FengDa.
Yeah, not a bad spot to be in. 3GL holding. Smoke down, which is just keeping an eye on the edge of. What is the plan, though? With a minute to work with as Kaleido group in a sense, 2 towards top B and then 2 towards top mid, and then bomb in between the both of them. No commitment just yet. I think they're just hoping that there's an overextension so they can level the playing field, but they've got to make the move themselves. FengDa don't need to do anything.
3GL. Nice pickup. Looking good from here, it feels like. Salmon, meanwhile, off angle for him. Little dodgy on the timing there, but still wins the fight. Your only hope is Suki in a weird spot. Looking for the gap, looking for the opportunity here. Or maybe the tip of a rifle spotted there. Smoke goes down, early swing. Just not expecting too much here, right? Any bit of damage that is done, unfortunately, is going to be a bit too much. Weird spot for Trash. Makes the kill happen in a roundabout way. And it will just be XP Sasiki with 5 seconds on the clock, holding on to this AK.
Yeah, all he can really do, FengDa. That round basically felt guaranteed from sort of the jump in a way. Opening kill comes through, and then it's just a really kind of laboured idea of let's just hope that they swing in towards us while having the man advantage. It was never really going to happen. Nice work with FengDa, because all he had to do was nothing, basically. Oh, they'll guarantee, worst case scenario, a tied game. 6-2-5. The buy isn't great either for Kaleido. In a couple of instances, Galil, Tech 9, Mach 10.
.3GL though is the one to watch. Always on this AWP. Nice find. Opportunity to go back in for a bit more, and he knows it. A really clean Molotov as well to actually slow them down and give him the space to do just that. Attempt at the smoke. He gets ahead of it though. Meanwhile, in towards short, it's Suki who's making waves. And 3GL is not afraid to take these fights. Can he keep them coming? Here, the no-scope lands. He's got one more bullet. Oh. He couldn't quite get it. He was so close. 4 for 4. Didn't get that 5th out the end of the barrel, so it gives Rage a chance. And maybe that's all he needs. He's onto the AWP now. Trying to catch somewhere. I think, unfortunately, because we're scoped in, I hope he has given it a reload. But we'll see. Slow encroachment forwards here from the CTs. A really important round, I think, for them to get on the board. Rage has got other ideas, though. Oh, and he lands the final quick scope. Evened up in the end. A clutch go in the way of Kaleido. A turn of luck, perhaps, as we await the second half. A rinse and repeat, it would appear. 6-6 once again at the turn of the half. A little more competitive, a little more back and forth here on Inferno, which is good to see, not the super crazy streaks.
Okay. I really don't know what to expect, if I'm being honest. You know, we're looking at this Kaleido side who I think have really kind of, you know, these big ups and downs, and flip side for FengDa as well. I wasn't super convinced with the CT side. I feel like T side maybe on Inferno fundamentally a little bit more simple, but I don't know whether that's going to be for the betterment or not. Getting an early start in towards this pistol could go a hell of a long way. NXP Sasiki going to sit up close with the dualies. I kind of like this. If they hit towards B, he could mow a few down. I don't love that from Suki. He's not alone in that venture, but Rage and Suki both fall, but they've still got this B control. They've also got the bomb now too.
What is going on?
Yeah,
what a start. Yeah, they've lost Spine though, so the 2-on-2 becomes like two separate 2-on-1s. It's going to be a bit difficult here. Ruben is trying slowly to get involved, so the Julie's just going to have to hold their own. Doesn't happen. This is one of the things when you got a weird game state, especially in the pistol. I feel like sometimes it is the T side that can capitalize on that, you know, and just send it with the Glocks. It's exactly what we've seen here. Ruben, don't know if he fired off a shot or two as they move towards the T stairs. They seem vaguely aware of the fact that he's like looking for them, flanking for them. Shoulder spotted. This is going to be tough. He's so out in the open. Oh, he's so close, and he will get it. How does he not go down? No armor as well. brisk headshot on the first is just perfect, and eventually able, the counter strafing, bailing him out, keeping him alive to get that second.
Just never, ever should get away with this.
No. Crazy work, but, you know,
Those bullets going.
dodging and weaving, man. Crouching, counter strafing. He may only have 2 kills before that, but he's gone pretty large there for Kaleido.
Yeah, that is crazy. What a start for Kaleido. Still, of course, hunting for this 2-0, and that's not a bad space to be in of stealing away a pistol. Juggle peeking on this corner. Actually, Siki just looking for any pixel to work for and just drop a smoke. He wants them to go through the smoke. Or, sees a bit of Utah zone. Flash over. Smoke in front of him too. Their spam is pretty good, but it's the FengDa up close, which does really, really well, XP Sasiki. Nice work. The last one at 3GL, he wants to try and get this bomb down. They might actually respect him in terms of planting it. Yes, he does actually get the bomb, which in itself is a silver lining in a nothing round like this. It's not going to make a difference in the round itself. 1v4 for him. They're just going to stick that plant. Any spam through the smoke, and Rage probably finds the kill. He'll reposition towards Coffins as he looks to just stay alive with that Tech 9. They want money with the 8 SMGs, and they'll get it. So a bomb plant, it's not a bad silver lining, but Kaleido, 2-round lead.
All right, we're going to see here. FengDa very quickly, as can happen in a second half after losing the pistol. You have to be able to answer back quick. Otherwise, it will very much get out of hand. Curious to see if they do have anything for this T side. It's maybe where I start to worry about them lacking a few ideas. It even seemed to be the case on Mirage, to be honest, that they lacked a few ideas there. So, yeah, this could be really difficult to get into. A nice double nade move to open us up. Get that first kill at the bottom end of Banana.
Trash. Close to what dink on towards Suki. He's in a bit of trouble now. Just fall back to site is probably the best way to go about this. Let the support come through from long, and Rage is doing exactly that. Molly down. He needs a reload as well. Bated breath says there's, you know, that damage dealt towards Suki and a chance of catching one off guard towards long, but now they've got a really strong setup. It should be fine, and the FengDa will make sure it is.
Just a couple deagles left then. Chenking is kind of the one that we watch. Salmon probably not going to see too many action. Okay, hold on. Giving him the peek is brave, that is for damn sure, but they all come away almost the team ace, but everyone's alive, I think is the key thing. Kaleido building up some decent cash here.
Oh, he is. Well, we're building up cash, we're building up just a bit of comfort, right? This nice little lead to work with. But let's see how we kind of progress this forward, because we get back into the buys for FengDa. E-round buffer. If Kaleido find this and convert the first gun round in what is technically considered a bonus, which in a really good spot. Oh, it's a dink that comes through. The nade that comes over gets a trade as damage down towards Trash Appeal. You're going to fall as well. This is looking good for Kaleido.
Ruben. Oh, I liked his spot. He could get caught here. He could get caught. He gets traded. Felt like with the low HP player leading the charge, it could have been a very different story. UMP thinking about the spam, but again, missing the opportunity on that. Very low player. Trash doing well here. Oh my goodness. Keeping these kills coming despite his HP. Down goes Spine. You can't be serious. 4 on 3. Turned 1 on 2. Suki doesn't know where to look. Down goes Trash eventually, but where the hell is Salmon? Great Molotov here to just give the opportunity. Salmon keeps his cool, takes the head clean off. And FengDa, against the odds, will find number 7.
The frustrating thing there for Suki is it's just right out there. Unfortunately, just not the right execution. Bit of a tilter, that one. And it allows FengDa briefly now back into us again. I will say, though, as a whole, we've got to kind of rein ourselves back in a little bit and say, okay, that actually was still a bonus buy. All the guns kept from the previous round, and they still made it really expensive. So, in the grand scheme of things, it's actually still not a bad position to be in. 2D lurk. Smokes for the T side. Oh my god, Rage is pretty lucky. They're going to bound round. But Rage is a fortunate one to stay alive. They obviously can reinvest in. If Kaleido can respond immediately, they actually put themselves in a really good spot. And that's a really good start for XP Sasiki. Unorthodox ankle catches Chen King.
Suki. Gotta be careful here. Smoke goes down in good time. They were after him. They were certainly on to him. 4 on A here for Kaleido. Seems to be the correct read. Definitely a fan of it. Oh, the peaks though, man. Are they necessarily needed? A slightly disjointed trade works in favor. Suki up top here. Whoa! That's a team flash. That really could have gone sideways. Maybe even could have got a bit more from there, to be honest. Oh, God, this has gotten messy. The lurk smoke as well is just a lot for the A players to deal with. And again, Kaleido letting a great situation slip through their fingers. It really beggars belief here. What is going on? Surely not a chance for XP Sasiki. Trash just playing it patiently, right? Waiting until his teammate takes contact. Yep. And what is happening?
Exact right way to play it. But yeah, Kaleido just giving opportunities for free over towards FengDa. Just feels so unnecessary, some of the rounds that they're losing. But it is... God, it's a bit of a tilter at times, though, watching how these rounds crumble. Because for FengDa, they should be at such a hefty deficit with how things have been at the moment, but they're being allowed in time and time again. Either way, nice shot from Rage. Hit a nice one on an eco with the Deagle in that first half. There's again here on the CT.
Nasty stuff. I kind of want to see them just rest, though. Kaleido love an overface. All right, well, maybe, what do I know? Rage back with another. Fear of God suddenly down to 3 is a really difficult one. You know, you need a good, clean, untraded kill to keep this safe. They are going to head towards B, so certainly is doable over there. Got Ruben alone. Even now, you know, you maybe want to split the difference and go 2-2. So he's going to be pretty isolated over here. Utility will come over, but of course the rotation is just not going to be fast enough. Flashes in, spit early. However, he has managed to reposition himself. Might not expect him here. He's just crept on the side of the molly. 5-7 in the smoke. The crunch is quick as well down Banana. Hopeful, certainly hopeful. The positions look good. We'll see what the weaponry can get done. And there it is.
Yeah.
Covered AKs to finish it off. Really well done from Kaleido to crunch them.
Yeah, it's actually a really nice round. You know, again, I always like it when you get these sort of situations where it's, we've not got the best of buys, so we need to do something a little bit unorthodox. But when teams play defaults, it always looks quite scrappy. That's a lot better. That's more like what we kind of expect, where it's, right, we don't have a great buy. Let's do something a little bit on the edge that's going to sort of shock them a little bit. And it does. I think they don't really know how to react. Up to 10 now as well. They'll call a timeout. Kaleido, as they want to build upon this lead. But, I mean, look at the money over towards FengDa. That 10th should turn into 11th very quickly. After a tech pause, that is.
Yeah, we do seem to have a few more issues here on Inferno, unfortunately. But what are you going to do, I suppose, is the thought. Kind of an interesting car, as we're just taking things in a bit more. I've never even noticed that, but it's a 3-wheeled, like, cart thing.
Yeah.
And there's a few of them dotted about on the map. So I don't know where Valve have got that idea from, but I don't know that would be the safest car in the world.
Little villages, you know what I mean? I guess
Yeah,
it's like
3 wheels.
True. I always remember the Top Gear episode where they had the 3 wheels
Yeah, exactly.
just rolling
That's what I'm
around on the
thinking.
roads and stuff.
Yeah. You know, a slightly overdone corner or, you know, a bit too much weight in the back and you're just going over, man.
And we've got a couple of like these sort of big vans as well. They won't fit on the roads in here. There's no way.
Well, yeah, that's also true. Where are these cars being driven? That's why they're parked there. They've just been abandoned.
Yeah.
You know, useless.
Fortunately,
actually quite a lot.
but because this was really like where FengDa were like basically on the brink of death, basically. And I don't know, maybe the tech pause might actually help them out a little bit in terms of just taking a breather, but it's such a bad round to lose that it's so easy to get like insta tilted, which we've seen plenty of from FengDa when we saw them a couple days ago.
Yeah, I'd definitely be in agreement. I think seems to be relatively common in these kinds of games that, you know, there's a few like moments where you want the momentum, you want to stop your opponents from, again, having those D-tilt type sessions and maybe a little bit more to talk about or just remain calm. It seems like in the games where the flow keeps up, they kind of match each other a lot in Asia. You know what I mean? Like if one team is playing super aggressive, it's like, oh, okay, I guess we're playing aggressive today. You know, they really do seem to just get caught up in the atmosphere of the game and not really able to like take a step back and be like, actually, we like to play slow, and that's what we've been working on this week. They just kind of charge in and lose their heads, as we've seen, of course.
Happens to the best of us, but no, you are right. Thankfully, Tech Pause concluded this show back on the road. In a position where still got loads to prove. It's FengDa's side, all rage. Little risky. Double nades over, though, will do a fair sizable damage to Salmon. Looks like they're trying to go quick here. They might even go through this molly. They're diving at a balcony. It's not looking good because Suki is stepping up to the plate, and Suki's doing well. Rage will support as he gets one with the AK ups for the Tech 9 to go around this corner. That'll cost him his life, in all fairness. But it should be fine here. The last man of 3GL is tagged. The pistol could see him off. Jesus, this is ugly. Oh my god, it's ugly. Oh, XP to Suki. Oh, thank god. Oh my god, if they had lost that would have been so damning.
Yeah, I think we probably would have exploded, to be honest. I think that would have been the end of you and I making sense. Crazy stuff. But again, this is what I'm talking about, right? Just the chaos in the rounds. Everybody gets a bit caught up. There's not necessarily a voice or a collection of players to kind of take a step back. Wild. Absolutely wild. But we'll see here.
Basically, at this point as well, they got this horrible decision of, do we full buy for OT or do we force here and hope that we can still win it? And they're going to go with option 2, but the force isn't great. Man, this is a tough predicament they found themselves in. There was a Kaleido, but they actually set it up for the util. Tough old predicament. At 11-8, it is now or never. FengDa have got to win a round seemingly out of nowhere. In the same vein, in all fairness, that Kaleido did to get this healthy lead. Winning a round kind of out of nowhere. Oh my god, XP Sasiki and Ruben combination play to shut down the initial B presence.
Trash and Buick remain to try and make something of this. Return on the investment, hopefully. Flash is good. Flash is good. Ooh, and Spine, a misjudgment. Flies in a bit late for the trade. Gives his life away needlessly. Either you're with your teammate or you're not. caught in between two mines makes a difference. However, a lot of damage done. Flash is, again, pretty good. Some of these peaks are worrying me, but they might just get away with this. Rage, of course, coming in from behind is the unknown factor. Trash has planted the bomb, managed to get around the corner, and a reset of the game here. Don't really have much of an idea of where he is at. Oh my goodness, he manages to take out Rage. It's into the one-on-one. Suki keeping it cool, will manage to find the kill though, and again, Kaleido making it harder than it ever really needed to be. 4-on-2 comes all the way down to 15 HP, making the difference.
Yes.
12 is secured, however.
It is way, way closer than it should be. Like, again, this round. I mean, credit, again, we're choosing FengDa for making these rounds competitive. It shouldn't be, is still the main takeaway. It's 12-8, map and series point. Kaleido looking to book their spot back in towards that grand final. They won the rematch against Chingus Warriors. But at this point, FengDa on a bit of death's door. That bomb plant, though, and the 4 kills goes a long way for the buy, but it doesn't mean that the start is any different. It's Spine for the first. 3GL spam down through the smoke, and Buick also going to drop. This could be curtains here on this series. And FengDa looked like they're about to exit in 3rd place here in this cup, in the consolidation final. Flash over it, sends Suki in, who delivers. It's been a fantastic series from him. Oh, and he gets another just to add insult to injury. The last man of Chen King, no chance. He'll get a consolation, but a 1v5 required.
Spine. Oh, it does go down. Chen King, can we make this happen? Give us a highlight moment. It looks like not. Rage is above him. But he has somehow slipped under. Okay, hold on a minute. Rage has got the right idea. He's just not quite dedicating to it. Chen King will have heard him running away. So I think there's certainly an opportunity for him to get the drop on maybe one, but Rage still has eyes on this angle. All going to come down to a bit of timing here. Chen King checking his angles. Surely Rage is able to take him out. Barrel spotted first to close it out. 2-0. Not quite as lengthy there. Kaleido will manage to take their Inferno. Some very, very, very lucky rounds. You know, they really should not have gotten away with a couple towards the end there. Could have been a lot closer. Could have been the overtime question once again. But yes, they get lucky to get it over the line, in all honesty. All the same, looking to move through and try and attempt the revenge on the Chingus Warriors.
Yeah, it's one of those where they've got such a task ahead of them to try and get that revenge, but having a second chance to prove that essentially the first time out was not their true kind of look. I still am not convinced. From what we've seen from Kaleido into us again, yes, it's great they've got a 2-0, but Chingus Warriors do not make a lot of mistakes, if any, right? And they've got to be next to flawless to be a side of that caliber. And I guess we'll have to see, but for now, we can take away the real positives. It's a good series from Kaleido in the grand scheme of things. I think map 1 still had a lot of errors that needed to be plugged, and Inferno was a little bit better, at least a little bit more consistent. There was still moments where for FengDa they're making it closer than it should have been, but a winner's win, and that's all that matters. For unfortunately for FengDa, that is their journey done here in the cup, exiting out in 3rd place here in the consolidation final. And it does mean another chance at it for Kaleido. We'll see whether they can. Of course, it's going to be a pretty big game, pretty important as well. But yeah, I don't know. I'm still not super convinced with the errors that we saw throughout this series.
I don't think there's enough in there for sure to really be like, oh, okay, kind of a flukier, you know, rarer game from them in the upper bracket yesterday. I don't think there's a lot in there to really convince us of that. The big difference here that we have maybe in this series is just that Suki is delivering to the level that we've kind of expected from him. Yeah, obviously we have the one map which was just really forgettable, and I'm sure that he hopes to forget it quickly. But the series overall, he just wasn't quite there. against Chinggis Warriors, whereas here today, much more dominant from him, able to, take matters into his own hands, especially on Inferno, which is maybe where they need him. So that feels like one of the biggest differences, and just not sure that, again, that's going to be enough against the Chinggis Warriors in this grand final.
Yeah, I'm absolutely with you. I'm going to have to wait and see whether that is the case, but for now, that is us done here on H. There's plenty more Counter-Strike throughout the day as well. EU, South America, North America as well throughout the day, so you do not want to go and miss those. Make sure to check out the socials, HTV, all of the rest when those games are on, but they'll be on throughout the day. But for myself and Scriv, we are done for now. We'll be back, of course, for those finals, but from ourselves and production, thank you very much for joining us once again. Congratulations to Kaleido as they move on forward. Commiserations to FengDa. We'll see you soon.
ESL presents ESL Challenger League in partnership with Intel, Acer Predator, DHL, and Kaleido.
Sometimes you gotta pray for a victory. Yeah, I'm overzealous when I'm thinking about the cash flow. I never had no handouts, just came natural. I've been tested so much, all these wrestlers nice. All these different situations that I've been through. I seen pain trying to creep in through the window, but now I'm sliding through the hood in a Benzo. You gotta separate yourself just to elevate. I keep some drink in my cup to see through the hate. Sometimes on the road to glory, you gotta press the brakes. I got a lesson plan for all my past mistakes. I swear I'm proud of all my best and my worst days. Proud of on my feet when I touch the ground. Front of 8 at Beijing, man, they know the sound. I know I made mistakes, but my mama proud. Fans scream my lyrics out in the background. They ain't know me then, but I'm hot now. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. Life down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. I'm faced with a lot of different choices these days. Do a rock and roll Lex account of Blueface. The whole world know my name off a mixtape. I still got the same brother since 6th grade. G-Wagon red seats, we on Biscayne. Trips to the Florida Keys, we imported these. Thanking God for the life he afforded me. All this jewelry on my body, I could like the hood. I need a brown skinned chick just like Megan Good. Holding up every promise that I ever made. Music in the background.